Hello everybody and welcome to the finest and the freshest football club TV show on the continent. It is episode number 17 of the Kcca Fc TV show, and in this one we have plenty of stuff tonight because first we have the social media trivia where we'll be getting to know whether we have winners or losers on the show tonight. Then we have the club news, that is the transfer news at Kcca Fc, who is in and who is out. We'll be getting to know everything on the show tonight. Then we have the fan zone where the fans have reacted about the standard operating procedures that have been set for sport to resume. Remember last week, the president came out and said sport was free to resume, but then said every player has to be quarantined or in camp for the whole season. And then also, the players have to be tested at least twice every month. And then finally, are you a parent or guardian out there who has your footballer, a son that you want to play at Kcca Football Club Soccer Academy? You're going to be getting to know everything. How does the club recruit? Who is the club looking out for? The success stories of the current and former players of the Kcca Soccer Academy, and also how they've been able to juggle football and education. Everything on the show tonight. My name is Magero Moses Mwanje. Let's walk this journey together. Now to start it off with the club news at Kcca Fc, John Ebunu Odumegu, the Nigerian forward, is no longer a Kcca Fc player. The club this week agreed by mutual consent with the forward and terminated his contract. Remember, John Ebunu Odumegu joined Kcca Fc in September 2019. The forward has only scored 1 goal for Kcca Fc and has served 1 year of his 2-year contract that he signed initially with Kcca Fc. The club also came out officially on its website, that is www.kcfc.co.ug, and confirmed this, that is the acting CEO of Kcca Fc, Michael Chirunga, and said yes, the club has agreed by mutual consent to terminate the contract of John Ebunu Odumegu, and the club wishes him the very best in everything at his new club that he will get and in the future. And true, the club really wishes him the very best, and we know he's going to really be a very phenomenal player wherever he goes. Thank you very much, Mr. John Ebunu Odumegu, for your services and memories at Kcca Fc. And then the other player that has left Kcca Fc is Mr. Nicolas Cassosi. This week, Kcca Fc and Kcfc Football Club agreed for the transfer of Cassosi Nicolas, and he will be joining Kcfc Football Club where he will be playing his football from. Cassosi Nicolas joined Kcca Fc in 2018 August, and he signed a 3-year contract with the football club. He has only been able to serve 2 years, where he has won the Uganda Premier League with Kcca Fc. He's won 2 Super Cups and also won the Kcca Clubs Cup. The club wishes the very best to Mr. Cassosi Nicolas, and we wish him the best of luck at his new club and for the future. Now for our social media trivia segment for this week, we asked a question on our social media pages, that is Facebook and Twitter, and asked how many times has Kcca Fc won the FUFA Super Cup, and named the captains that have lifted the cups in the different years. A jersey was up for grabs for the winner, and this was to be given out on the Kcca Fc TV show on Sunday 10 p.m. on Sanyuka TV. We'll be going through the responses. We'll start with Twitter. At Ategeka said 4 times probably. Then at Daniel August 20 said Kcca Fc has won 6 Super Cups. That was 2013, captained by Fahad Kawoya. 2014, captained by Fahad Kawoya. 2016, Dennis Okot. 2017, Dennis Okot. 2018, Charles Lukwago. And 2019, Charles Lukwago. Then at Kenneth Biarugawa Mugume says 4 times, the last time being a 4-1 win against Proline in the 2019. Kenneth didn't say anything about the captains, just like we asked. Then at human_lake says Kcca Fc has won 4 Super Cups. 2019 captained by Charles Lukwago, 2018 captained by Timothy Awani, 2017 captained by Dennis Okot, 2016 captained by Dennis Okot. He already failed this one because he says 2018 captained by Timothy Awani. The captain in 2018 was Charles Lukwago when we were lifting the FUFA Super Cup. Then at Gift Kante says 10 times, that's all he says. At Hoima Boy says 10 times, first one in 1979. We'll be still going with Twitter. At MN256 says 10 times, 1979, Ya Sam Mosenze, 1980 Sam Mosenze, 1982 Sam Mosenze, 1984 Charles Masiko, 1987 Charles Masiko, 1990 Charles Masiko, 1993, Charles Masiko. 2004, Okot Dennis. This is wrong. Okot Dennis was not playing for Kcfc in 2004. So already, 256 failed that one. Then we'll be going to the final responses on Twitter. And this is God's Child on Twitter who says 4 times. 2016, Okot Dennis. 2017, Awani Dennis. 2018, Lukwago. And 2019, Lukwago Charles. At B Jingo says 2013, Fahad Kawoya. 2014, Fahad Kawoya. 2016, Okot Dennis. 2017, Okot Dennis. 2018, Charles Lukwago. And 2019, Charles Lukwago. And then finally on Twitter, at Sekago A, who says Kcfc has won FIFA Super Cup 6 times. Then 2019, captain was Charles Lukwago. 18, captain was Charles Lukwago. 2017, captain was Dennis Okot Ola. 2016, captain was Dennis Okot Ola. 2014, captain Fahad Kawoya. And 2013, Fahad Kawoya. So the best response on Twitter, as per the judges of the social media trivia of the Kcfc TV show, is at B Jingo, who says 2013, Fahad Kawoya. 2014, Fahad Kawoya. 2016, Okot Dennis. 2017, Okot Dennis. 2018, Charles Lukwago. And 2019, Charles Lukwago. So, and for the winner for this week's Kcfc social media trivia on Twitter, that is Mr. Jingo Benjamin at B Jingo, who said 2013, Fahad Kawoya. 2014, Fahad Kawoya. 2016, Okot Dennis. 2017, Okot Dennis. 2018, Charles Lukwago. And 2019, Charles Lukwago. So congratulations, Mr. Jingo Benjamin on Twitter. You're the winner for this week's social media trivia on that app, and you'll be getting your jersey for the 2019-2020 season. That's the 3rd kit for Kcfc this week. And on Facebook, we asked the same question and we had responses, just like as usual. HK Mubiru on Facebook said Kcfc has won 6 FIFA Super Cups. 2013, Fahad Kawoya. 2014, Fahad Kawoya. 2016, Okot Dennis. 2017, Okot Dennis. 2018, Lukwago Charles. And 2019, Lukwago Charles. Then Eminat Prince Titus on Facebook says 4 times, and then just says Lukwago Charles and Dennis Okot. That is wrong. Tom Torres on Facebook says 4 times. 2016, Okot Dennis. 2017, Okot Dennis. 2018, Lukwago Charles. And 2019, Lukwago Charles. Fahad Chibuka Jr. on Facebook says 4 times Kcfc has won the Super Cup. 19, Lukwago. 2018, Awani. 2017 and 16, Okot. Jordan Kiza Jelavich on Facebook says Kcfc has won FIFA Super Cup 4 times since it was introduced, and the following are the captains that have lifted it. He says Charles Lukwago, 2019, beating Proline 4-1. 2018, Charles Lukwago still as the captain, beating Vipers on penalties. 2017, Dennis Okot beating Paida Black Angels 3-1. And then Dennis Okot, 2016, beating Vipers 1-0. That is Mr. Jordan Kiza Jelavich. Nyanya Andrea on Facebook says Kcfc has won the FIFA Super Cup 4 times. 2019, captained by Charles Lukwago. 2018, captained by Timothy Awani. 2017, captained by Dennis Okot. And 2016, captained by Dennis Okot still. Then finally on Facebook, Mr. Danny Liverpool says Kcfc has won 6 Super Cup finals. 2019, it ended 1-1. Kcfc won in penalties. 4-3 against Sports Club Victoria University, captained by Fahad Kawoya. Okay. 2014, Kcfc won 2-0 against URA, captained by Fahad Kawoya. 2016, Kcca won 1-0 against Vipers SC, captained by Dennis Okot. 2017, Kcca won 3-0 against Paida Black Angels, captained by Dennis Okot. 2018 ended 0-0 against Vipers, and Kcfc won in penalties 4-2, captained by Charles Lukwago. 2019, Kcfc won 4-1 against Proline, captained by still Mr. Charles Lukwago. I think this is the best answer for Facebook because he has given us an account of events that happened. So Mr. Danny Liverpool, congratulations. You're the winner for this week's social media trivia on Facebook, and you'll be getting your jersey. That is the 3rd kit for Kcfc for the 2019-2020 season. So congratulations. Now for the fan zone segment for this week, we asked the fans on their opinion of the set standard operating procedures for sport to resume. Remember last week on Sunday, the President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Museveni, said that sport was free to resume, but then also said that all players for the teams will have to be camped for the entire season, and also they will have to be tested at least twice every month. We asked the fans on the Kcfc fan zone, what is your opinion on this, and also what do they think should be done for sport to resume in a very proper manner. The fans gave their take, and this is what happened when we caught up with them.
Amanya nze Jagwe John Baptist, omuwagizi wa Kcca Football Club.
Amanya nze Lukyamuzisima owa branch ye Lubaga, nze leader w'aba youth. Sooka okwebaza gavumenti okutulowoozaako okutuddiza omupiira okomawo mu bisaawe ne FUFA.
Amanya Kato Majidu Senkubuga basiga bampita Kcca okuva e Kawempe nga muwagizi wa Kcca, naye okusinziira ku mulamwa gwe tuliko olunaku olwaleero olw'omukulembeze w'eggwanga okuta ebyemizannyo kubeera nga abitadde naye nga temuli mu bawagizi.
Eri gavumenti bwe yatutadde nti ebyemizannyo biddemu, yatutadde naye ku bukwakulizo gavumenti bwe yatuteereddewo, kyenjagala okutangaazamu bakusaba ku gavumenti.
Okusinziira ku mbeera eriwo ey'obulwadde, ekyo kyo tulaba nti kiba kisoboka, naye nga okusinziira ku makirabu gaffe wano agamu gaba gasobola ate amalala tegasobola, naga gasobola ekiseera kijja tuuka ate galemererwe gatendiwalirwe. So singa gavumenti egamba nti oba tuweeko percentage emu neera noleeta percentage eyo ate percentage endala tiimu ezimu ziba tezijja kumalako n'ekyo ekintu, kuba toyinza gamba nti abazanyi bakampinge tiimu ejja tuuka etendiwalirwe ebeere nga tekyamalako na mbeera eyo. So gavumenti akakiiko aka UPL kalina okuvaayo ne katuula ne boogera ku eyo ensonga n'omukulembeze w'eggwanga n'abo abawi b'amagezi mu nsonga eyo, okubeera nga ekintu kino balina engeri gye bakifunzaamuuko, okubeera nga n'abawagizi, kuba kati tiimu ezimu zibiriwo ku bawagizi. Toyinza gamba nti abawagizi tebajja mu bisaawe nga te akasente ako akasolozebwa ku mulyango tiimu ezimu zibayambako.
Kigenda tubeerera kizibu nnyo okuba nti abasambi bano gavumenti yalagidde nti babakeberenga emirundi 2 mu mwezi, nga bw'otunuulira omuntu omu baali bagambye nti omukebera omutwala ku test ya COVID kyetaagisa emitwalo nga 24. So twalabye nga kintu kinene nnyo, era tusaba gavumenti eveeyo kino kye yabadde esazeewo nga yo ogamba nti abasambi babakeberenga emirundi 2 buli mwezi ejyeyambe kilabu zizino.
Naye ekintu kino nasoose nensanyuka nga nakakiwulira nga batutadde mbuno omupiira batukkiriza ebyemizannyo tuddeyo mu bisaawe, naye nagenza okuddamu okulaba amateeka ge bataddewo nga ndaba mazibuzibu okutuukiriza ng'etteeka eririwo okukebeza abasambi buli luvannyuma lwa wiikisi 2. Ekyokubakebera kituufu kuba ate naffe engeri gye tuli ab'amaanyi tetwagala kusamba n'abasambi, beekwase mbu ate abamu balwadde, abamu tebalina busobozi. Naye ng'ekituufu ssente ezo nnyingi, tewasuubira mbu ttiimu zinaasobola okulwana okuba nga zeetuusaako obujjanjabi okutwala okwekebeza ne ttiimu ne sikwadi zaazo ze zirina.
Kyobulaba nze mbadde nsaba gavumenti ekendeezeemukko ku bukwakulizo buno. Singa kiba kisoboka yaligambye nti kanyambeyoko ku kiraabu zange za wano nkebera abasambi, wemala bakebera olusooka batuwengeyoko mu mwezi kale ate ne ssente zennyini azikendeeze ssente nnyingi. Bwenzira ku nsonga ndala gye yagambye nti mupiira ngutadde oba ebyemizannyo mbitadde naye saagalamu bawagizi. Ettiimu zaffe za wano ziyimiridde olw'abawagizi. Omuwagizi butaba mu kisaawe kilabu terina wegenda okufunira mu ssente, tejja kuba na busobozi obwo busobola kufuna ssente zesasula omusambi. Kilabu zaffe tukyali wansi nnyo, tuyina abafugirizi abanafugiriza ttiimu eyo okubeerawo ku sizoni lino lyonna paka korona ono ng'aweddewo. Nti ojja kusanga nga Kcca Football Club yo at least esobola okugezaako omulundi ogumu okutwala abasambi bayo ku test, naye era ojja kusanga nga sizoni eba mpanvuko, eba ejja kutuuka ekiseera nayo ebe ng'eremererwa. So nze nandisabye gavumenti eveeyo etuyambeko mu bintu nga bino esobole okuba nti mu kiseera kino naye ejja eyambe ku bannabyamizannyo abasambi bano esobola okubakebera. Kino ekyokubakebera emirundi ebiri yo neebanga ekituukiriza. Kiraabu ngaffe tusobola okubaawo ne tusomesa abasambi baffe engeri gye bayinza okwetangiramu ekirwadde kino. Tugenda kubeera nabo ebbanga ddene nga bali mu kampu eyo. Naye jjukira tetubeera na basambi bokka. Wabeerayo ba coaches tubeera nabo, tubeera n'abantu bangi abalabirira ekisaawe, tubeera n'aba security biki byonna. Jjukira abo tulina okubeera nabaawo ng'era tubasuza. Naye tubaliisiza tutya, tubasuziza tutya. Kintu kya bbeeyi nnyo. Musambi w'omupiira naddala nga abafa ba Kcca basambi ba bbeeyi nnyo. Olaba nti tuba tulina obbalabirira obulungi. Naye olw'okuba nti ebbanga lino lyonna kiraabu ebadde teyingiza nga twakosebwa olw'ekirwadde kino, so nze nandisabye gavumenti mu kiseera kino eveeyo ejje tuyambe tusobole okuba nga tutambuza omupiira.
Tubadde tusaba FUFA ekwatagane ne gavumenti balabe oba tusobola okufuna ekyuma nga FUFA yekivunaanyizibwako nga yekebera abasambi, wakiri ttiimu omwezi ebeere nga yeevunaanyizibwa okukebeza abasambi baayo mulundi gumu.
Wano we nandisabidde pulezidenti w'omupiira Engineer Moses Magogo oveeyo mu kaseera kano okole tukulabire ddala ng'ovaayo n'amaanyi go gonna kiraabu zino zitunuulire. Nze mmanyi gavumenti okuleeta bino eyinza okuba yalabye Kcca zi Viper nerowooza nti bonna abasinga basobola okugezaako okulabirira abasambi baayo. Si bwe kiri, waliwo zitiimu eziri obubi z'Express zivira zaani. So nze mbadde nsaba weewaawo naffe tuyinza okugezaako okutambuzaayo omwezi nga gumu oba ebiri. Naye bambi naffe embeera si nnungi lwa nsonga tukoseddwa omuggalo ebbanga ddene.
Now we'll be going to a break, and when we return, we are going to be speaking everything the Kcfc Soccer Academy, where we'll be getting to know how does the club recruit, who does the club look out for when they are doing the recruitment. The coaches are going to be telling us everything, the philosophies they use when they're handling these youngsters, and the players will give us some of the success stories, that is the current players of the Kcfc Soccer Academy and the past players of the Kcfc Soccer Academy on how they're able to juggle football and education. Everything after this break. Now welcome back from that break, and just like I told you, we have the Kcfc Soccer Academy special, this one, and we're going to be talking everything the Kcfc Soccer Academy, and we'll be talking to the in-charge admin of the Soccer Academy, the coaches of the Soccer Academy, that is the head coach, the assistant, the goalkeeping coach, the doctors, and the scout of the Kcfc Soccer Academy, also the scout of the Kcfc senior team. We'll be getting to know how the club recruits, what are the schools of excellence that Kcfc has and why those schools, and also what are some of the philosophies that are used when handling these youngsters in the Soccer Academy. Everything on this show, don't move a muscle.
My name is Fadirat Zahara Kadala. I am the Administration and Facilities Officer at Kcca Football Club and the person directly in charge of the junior team, the under-17 team of the club. The junior team started in 2015 and this is the 5th season running, which was ended prematurely due to the COVID-19, and the team has managed to reach 3 finals, the last one being with Bull FC the last season 2018-2019, where we lost 3-0 in Jeru Technical Center. The junior team has had several achievements regardless of not having achieved any trophies. There are very many achievements that the club has got from the junior team, including promotion of players from the junior team that have featured in the senior team. And this has come up because they are nurtured and groomed in a way that directly fits in the senior team. The club has actually managed to get cheap talents because the money that they would have used to buy someone else, and actually groom them to what the club wants, to the club's values, to the club's playing style. And some actually don't really turn out to be what the club wants. But from the junior team, these players are nurtured to play in the club's style. They have the club's values, and in this way, the club actually gets cheaper talents and already groomed in the way that would be appropriate to carry on the club's values. How someone can join the Kcfc junior team? I think this has been a question everyone has been asking, and lots of people come to inquire about this. But the team has scouts. These scouts are responsible for looking out for all the good talent in the country. They attend all the tournaments, the secondary school tournaments and the primary school tournaments. They are able to get players, good players, exceptional players, and they bring to the club. After they've scouted the player, they bring to the club's technical team, who then further look at these players and choose those that will fit into the club. After that is done, they bring the list of the players to the administrative side, and we then take these players to Mulago Hospital where they do an age verification test to make sure that they have the right age to play in the junior team. When the results return, we bring them to the coach, and then the coach picks up those that have passed the age verification, and he builds his squad on those players that have been selected. When these players are both, remember, they come from different parts of the country. So some come from Arua, come from Gulu, and they cannot really go back to study from Gulu because they're going to play for Kcca Football Club, and it's in Kampala. So what the club did, the club has schools of excellence that it signed agreements with. These schools of excellence include Chivuli Secondary School, Masaka Senior Secondary School, and Old Kampala Senior Secondary School. And these schools provide education to these children. When you get them to play for our junior team, if they've passed the age verification, the next step is how do we get them to study around Kampala? How are we able to provide education and at the same time maintain their talent? So what the club does, it takes the players to its schools of excellence. And these schools of excellence have the same values as the club. They want the child to excel in both academics and also develop their talent. So when we get a player from Gulu, we bring him to the club, and then after we take them to the schools of excellence, and then after they come for training, which is usually scheduled in accordance to the coach and in accordance to the fixture of the juniors league. When a player comes to the club after we have done the age verification and they have passed, there are a few documents that we require from them. For example, there's a parental consent form. The parental consent form is a form that we give to the players to take to their parents to fill. It's required that the exact parents, the biological parents of the child, fills these forms. Unless the parents are not available, probably they are both deceased. That is when a guardian can come in to fill these forms. These forms show that the parent has entrusted their player or their child to the club, and the club is now responsible for developing their talent. This is signed annually and it's valid for 1 year. The other document that is filled is a player passport form. This form shows the clubs that the player has played from the age of 12 to 23. And the purpose of age 12 to 23 is because in the age 12 to 23 is when a player is developing. So everyone that has had a hand in developing a player is eligible for compensation. For example, the player has been sold to a club, and these people, in case he played for them, they are part of his development and might be given might be compensated or might be paid some compensation after this player has been sold to a big club. The other documents we give for a minor, the agreements if he's going to play for the senior team or still for the junior team, but some can be given agreements. For example, you can register a minor but having a contract. There's an option of amateur under contract. They're not yet professionals, so they're young, they're still developing. Still, even if the player is going to play for the senior team and the parent has signed on the contract, they still require a parental consent form to be attached on it. We also give youth agreements to exceptional players that the club wants to retain. These youth agreements are just between the club and the player plus the parent, which we later submit to FUFA for registration.
Amanya gange nze Lumala Adrian, nga nze manager wa junior team Kcfc Soccer Academy, nga natandika okubeera ne team eno mu 2016 nga league ey'abaana abato yatandikira. Natandika okumanaginga nga managinga abasambi nga Balaniokero, ba Mustafa Chiza, ba Magambo Peter, Wirapo ali mu Vipers. Twatandika n'abasambi bangi nga league etandika. Kirungi nnyo nti league eyo president bwe yali agireeta abantu abamu bakitwalanga eky'omuzannyo, naye ekirungi ennyo ffe Kcc nga Kcfc twafunamu. Lwaki twafunamu? Twatandika okugyayo abaana abo nga bwe tubaleeta ku senior team ne tubanga expense y'okuba nti ogula ekendeerako, kubanga ebiseera ebisinga buli lwojja mu junior team n'oteeka mu senior team kikuyamba okubanga ogula kitono. Ekirala, bwe twatandika n'abaana abo ffe abasinga bagamba nti manager twakatuuka ku final emirundi 3, naye emirundi 3 tetulina wadde ekikopo. Naye ebiseera ebisinga nze manager omukulu wa Kcca Football Club Coach Mike angamba ekintu kimu, abaana abato si bikopo, wabula kufuna talent esobola okuyamba ne bwe bateyambye Kcca yokka, ne bwe yambye tiimu endala. Kuba kati ogenda ne weebuuza nti abaana abatandika mu 2016 neyo junior league, ojja kwesanga nga clubs ezimu tolina na muntu gwoyinza kugamba nti baatwala ekikopo nti ndaga wuuno nti ndaga wuuno nti oba tusanye naye nti oba ali mu tiimu bweti oba ali mu tiimu bweti. Naye nga ffe sofa tuyinza okuba nga tulina n'abasambi nga 10 ate nga tebali mu Kcca yokka nga n'abalala mwebali. Ekirala, abaana abo tubamanaginga nga tubayigiriza ekintu abakulu kye balina okukola ki, abasambi abakulu kye bakola nabo kye bakola ki, kye bakola. Kyensinga okwenyumirizaamu kuba nze ndaba kubibala. Nsanyuka nnyo bwe ndaba Alaniokero nga mumanaginzeko mu junior team, ne mulaba nga agenda ku Uganda Cranes, n'ava ku Uganda Cranes n'agenda ku professional, si yekaba Mustafa Chiza ne bano bonna ba Ali Mwerusi. Bwe ndaba era nze mbagamba ne mugamba nti omanyi Ali yongeramu, buli lwenkulaba wooli ate njagala osingewo ogende weeyongereko. Oba owulira essanyu ng'olaba bakiiza bali mu kisaawe, banaku bali mu kisaawe, Bopio Sande, abaana abo mbenyumirizaamu nnyo olwekyo. Akaseera akakyansinza okumbeerera obubi gye natuuka ku final ne Bull, kuba ku olwo nali sure naye tebyagenda bulungi, kuba eri final eyasooka nalemererwa Viper yankuba, ne final eyaddako ne bankuba. Naye eyo yekyasinza okubeera moment embi ennyo, kuba nava eno nga nkubye buli kiramu nga suubira nti Bull esobola okuntwalako ekikopo. Era nga bwe babeera nti baana bato bava mu famire za njawulo, buli omu abeera n'empisa zize. Oli omusanga nga alina ebintu byakozesa ebitalina kukozesebwa wa mupiira naye tuba managinga n'omutuuza n'omugamba nti kino kyokoze kibi kino kirungi. Ebiseera ebisinga buli lwe bajja wano tetukkiriza nnyo omwana kubeera nanviiri ezo ebiviiri ebyo simanya ateekako zino zibulingi ebyo bye bambala omanya ab'omupiira baagala nnyo amalala nga you ne junior team under oba olina okuba nga omwana yonana kusala nviiri nga tekuli kuba oba okyali mwana muto n'obeeraawo n'omubulya n'omugamba nti olaba omupiira guno nti sigwa kubeeraawo nti olowooza ssente eva sooka okole ekyo kyennyini ky'olina okukola ojja kufunamu. Yensonga yembeera gye tumanagingamu abaana abo.
It's always a pleasure working with the young boys. They are very curious, they give you an opportunity, and they are known people that actually will always follow you. Every word that you tell them, so you have to be very, very vigilant with them. But I've learned this opportunity has taught me a lot, and I've made sure to embrace it and see where it takes me. As you know, these boys are still in their development phase. At that time, you know, their body is really growing at a fast pace. So we see a lot of, not a lot, but we've had a number of fractures. They are very reckless, they have a lot of energy, so we see a lot of muscle strains. Those we really see a lot. And we've been lucky not to get ligament joint injuries, at least not a lot of them. Those we've gotten, we've managed. But the key point is they are very active. They use a lot of energy. They're not as careful during game as the senior players. So we see a lot of knocks. During the game, the adrenaline is there and they don't feel it, but after they come the next day and my. That is where we see a lot of those strains, but we manage them as the medical team here. Now, most of the injuries, the ones they get, the musculoskeletal injuries they get, we manage here at the club. But luckily enough, starting this previous season, even the junior team has had medical insurance. So any medical case they get, even if they're at school, they at least have access to high-tech hospitals. And then when they are done with the treatment, if they go, we're the ones treating them, they have to move to the fitness coach first, as is the policy of the club. Every player from the medical has to go to the fitness coach first. Then, after their rehab, they come in such that we flag them ready to return to play. So most of them, with those of the fractures, of course, that's a medical case, a hospital case. It's managed there, but after them, they have to also go through rehab. We start with the medical rehab and then the fitness coach takes over. Now for cases where we need to cooperate with the medical personnel of the schools, we've been lucky to get in touch, especially with the schools we have an MOU with. And for especially sports injuries, most of them won't be able to be managed at school. So we've had the players come in. And luckily enough, those young players actually heal a little bit faster than the old players. So even though we might not give them the attention we give like the senior team players, but they always come in, those that have serious ones, we deal with them here. If for a senior team player, I'll be able to see them almost every day, but I try to make as enough time as possible for the young team players also, those that are injured to come in and get treatment, or if they need to be escorted to the hospital. And I forgot to mention, most of them we have to escort them to the hospital. There are those boys you send, you tell them, go get treatment for this, and they disappear. They come back a week later, I never went, and they are still afflicted. So when they have an issue, we have to go with them to the hospital, make sure they get that treatment, and head back to school. These young players have a lot of passion for the game. I know you have a lot of examples of even those that graduated to the senior team when they are still in the junior team. The moment they are told they are not going to play, they even cry. So they have a lot of passion, to an extent that they will be able to hide an injury, such that they get the opportunity to play. It's possible that you can have an injury from a young age. Live with it. If you don't get a very good treatment, have it, but still continue to play, and it really affects your career going forward. So it's very good that you sacrifice a couple of days, even if it's a month. Get treated very well, heal, and then when you come back, you're very sure this will not afflict you so much when you're in your senior career. But the issue also cannot be blamed on these young boys. Most of the boys out there do not have access to good medical treatment. We try that with the boys here, that they do not hide anything they get, any medical issue they have, we deal with it such that they have a very good career going forward.
Now welcome back from that break, and in this segment we're going to be hearing from some of the current players of the Kcfc Soccer Academy and some of the past players of the Kcfc Soccer Academy who are now playing for the Kcfc senior team. How are they able to study and play football? Everything on the show tonight. This is what happened when we caught up with these players.
My name is Ariela Dominic. I was a former junior team forward, and now I got promoted to senior team. When I just joined junior team, I played 5 matches and I scored 4 goals with 6 assists. So the life at junior team was really great and amazing because we got talented players and hardworking players. Each and everyone is competitive. He competes for his position. You always get that confidence from coaches because we got professional coaches, so they know how to handle each and every player. After the match, when you go back to coaches, you ask them what you have been doing great and things that you have been doing poor. So it makes you to improve each and every day. And in training, it's very competitive. Each and everyone concentrate for him to get that opportunity to get promoted to senior team. So it's very competitive, and we enjoy it a lot because we love each other, and everything is okay at junior team. Yeah, I got that chance to go to senior team to train with the senior team so I can get used to the environment. And the friend I met, like those of Gift Ali, whom I used to stay with him together, and he always tells me, and when we are for training, he always push me, so I keep on pushing myself to the standard, always make challenges to me, and he talks to me to improve the life at Kcca. I should be with players, I should handle things in the field and off the field. I met professional players like Charles Lukwago, the captain of the Kcca, and many other players. So I was very great, and I was very happy to meet them because the way they handle the young players is not the way they handle others. So when you're just coming from the junior team to get the experience in Kcca senior team, they tell you what you need to do, the way you need to go, the pathway that you need to get into. Because that mind of childhood is still there when you just get from Kcca junior team to go to senior team. So the mind of childhood is still there. So they make the way they talk, the way they handle you, make sure you're well prepared to play in senior team Kcca. My goal as a player in senior team, I want to score goals, be as a top scorer always, and create assists for the team, always to make the team to be winning, and always give my best for the team because I see myself in some few years in a greater area, and this still has a build-up for me to go and play as much professional football than here in Uganda. So the things I'm seeing after some few years is to go and play outside the country in professional clubs. While this Kcca is signing for the Kcca 4-year contract, is still as a beginning for me to go abroad to start my career as a football. So for the club, I want always to make sure that the clubs always get always are winning, because I found the club is now big. So I need to improve more and more for the club to be higher, and goes always higher. And my things in CAF, I want always to be playing each and every game in CAF. I score goals, I make Kcca to improve each and every time they play football, and we always keep on winning.
I am Opi Sande. I play in Kcca Fc. I play as attacking midfielder. I joined this club in 2018, and I was so happy to join this club by that time. And even I feel more happy because we have been playing many games, including away games, and we have been winning all those games. I am now getting more mature than I was. I think if I continue being confident, I will be better, more in future. I was so happy when the coach told me that I'm going to play against Toro United, and I feel proud because even I played well and I scored the goal against Toro United, and I was so happy. Some of the things I want to achieve are more experience than I was. Because if you look at this, in the coming season, I need to work hard and I play football and I help my club.
Amanya Mukisa Simon, the defender ku Kcca junior team. I joining Kcca 2019 when I hit a trials. Nali musanyufu nnyo kuba olunaku seebaka nasula ndowooza kintu ekyo kuba kyali kirooto kyange okuba nga njoininga Kcca. Naye we nakakasibwa nti mpise trials nali musanyufu nnyo era ne tatange namugamba ne muga taata kimanyi nti mpise trials za Kcca naye teyakkiriza kuba yali alowooza sisobola mupiira era nali musanyufu nnyo. Nasooka nentya training kuba kyalo gye ku academy gye nali nvudde training andala ne wano ba training andala kati nga ne training njitidde ng'era omusambi w'omupiira tolina tya challenge era naguma nenzija nensalawo training ne club ndabe eno kye ekiriyo kyawukana kweri era nasangawo enjawulo ennene nga ku club. Ebimu ku bintu byenjize kwe kubanga omusambi yekkiririzaamu era nakijja ku mutendesi Kochineri yangamba osobola omupiira naye okyatya te omusambi w'omupiira tatya mupiira sobola okukimwebaliza neneebaza Kochimalinga naye yangamba omupiira ogusobola naye okyalimu obuto. Naye we nadde waka nakirowoozaako ne ngamba lwaki ono omutendesi akigamba nze mu bonna nenzirayo waka ne neetereeza. Nja kwebaza nnyo ne manager wange bwe namalanga training nangamba naye leero traininze bubi era nenzirayo waka nakyo nenkirowoozaako. Ezo challenge ziba nnene mu bulamu naye era waliwo ziteewalika. Funye emikwano mu mwaka gwange ogusoose ku kilabu n'obulamu tebubadde bubi kuba wano tuyisibwa bulungi tulinga baana. Nafunamu setback nalwalira mu training nga twakabuusamu omupiira gwa Odumpalaka. Nendaba omusawo nangamba ekyokukola nentandika okukola ne fitness coach nambulira ekyokukola naye nga obulamu bwali buzibu kuba bw'olwala olaba nga obudde bugenda naye yangamba tofaayo kwesigala ng'otraining ojjawona. Naye nga ndaba weeks tezitambula kyokka ate njagala obeera ku kisaawe. Mwaka gwange ogusoose ku kirabu ennene kutandikirawo olwala kiba kiraga nti gy'obudde tobadde muteeketeeke. Nentandika okukola ne fitness coach nga wambulira ekyokukola nga wambulira ekyokukola nga eno bannange ba training nga ndaba bampitako naye nga ngamba tebakuyitako just ogenda kwebegattako mangu era saalwawo kuwona kuba ekyali muscle pull yali enkutte mu bwangu nasobola okuwona. Olunaku lwesiryerabira lwe lunaku Coach Mike we nali ngenda naga muyite Mukisa nga Coach Mike ampita angamba ki nga mutya
kuba mu mwaka gwange ogusoose ku ttiimu mutendesi okuyita kiba kintu kirala nnyo. Nagendayo nangamba enkya gatandika training ne senior team ngawe nabagambye era seebaka nangamba sinze agenda training ne senior team nengambako omukuba kwano bange ne mugawe kimanyi coach yange training ne senior team nangamba kisoboka Simon omanyi omupiira wenajo traininga saanyomebwa basambi benasangawo bankwatako nangamba osobola ne bannange batuyita nabo kati nekolo lwennyini newonya nnyo twamala last zoe nga tugenda travelinga bali basoma line up ndoza nali kubataana abasembayo wenawulira erinnya lyange n'okunaaba kwanema nenfuluma nentambula nefuna transport nentambula nga sikiriza nti Simon yagenda okutravelinga ne senior team. Awe travelinga ne team omusambi Saddam Juma yanjagala nnyo simanyi lwaki waye twatuuka Masindi yamperawo n'erinnya nampita Pikwe nengamba Saddam Juma mpise Pikwe twatuuka eri bagamba Saddam alonde ne Magamba alonde Saddam Juma naganze nkozesa abaana bato nampita Pikwera kati nga olwenfuna omupiira agamba Pikwe gaba muli nempuli esanyo kubanga Saddam Juma yangamba ekintu ekyo gwe nalinda ba ku TV kati nga yangamba ekintu ekyo nawulira nnyo essanyu kyayongera kinene ku bulamu bwange kubanga omwaka gwange gusoose mu junior team ne bampita ku senior team kiraga amaanyi gentaddemu gabadde mangi so kati nina okwongererako ddala okubanga bampita ku senior team nebanga ndi ku first 11 era nina okukola ennyo nkyalina okukola ennyo ne bakoki bange okunkwatirako ddala nsobole okubanga ngenda ku senior team.
My name is Katende Baira. I'm from Chibuli SS and I play for Kcca junior team. My life at the club has been quite good. I've made friends, made new coaches, new facilities from the academy. I was in Edgar's youth program and my friends from the club have helped me develop as a player. They've advised me to do what is right instead of doing what is wrong. The coaches have helped me gain confidence when I'm at the pitch and they've helped me develop as a player. When I came at the club, we study at Chibuli SS, which is not far away from the club stadium, and it has made it very simple for me and the school to cope up with school and playing at Kcca junior team. At school, when we're at school, the teachers, some teachers know, some don't know that we play for the club, but it makes us also gain confidence when we're in class. As I play for Kcca, Kcca players have to learn, have to study, have to pass, and I gain confidence and I put all my heart when I'm studying. Since I joined the club in 2019, after trials in August, I've had a wonderful experience from the club than my academy, Edgar's youth program. Things have been different from the club and the academy. At the club, you get to play as in a league, where in the academy you just play tournaments and train and play tournaments. I play right wing back and left wing and midfield. I've not yet scored a goal yet, though it was among my goals that I set, but I wish to, when I play in the next season, I'll make sure I score goals. My best game was the game I played against URA. We were at home here at Kcca. The game ended 11-1, I think. Yeah. I entered in the 74th minute and I created some disturbances at their back, and I also made an assist during that game. My worst game, it has been against Wakiso Giants, where I entered after the referee had added some minutes. I had just entered, then the game was finished. That's my worst game. Me as Kcca Bahira, I've had goals since I joined this junior team of KCCA. I've had goals that I want to play for their senior team. I've had goals that I want to be the best player in this Uganda Premier League, and I want to be called for the national team under 17 Uganda.
Well guys, you've heard it from the current and past players of the Kcfc Soccer Academy, breaking it down for you that you can play football and at the same time have your education. Everything on the show, on the Kcfc TV show, we teach and we learn. I hope the guardian out there and the footballer who has dreams of one day playing for the Kcfc Soccer Academy, you've picked something from this show. And that has been it for the show this week. Remember, we had the social media trivia where we had winners on the show tonight. We had the fan zone where the fans gave their opinions on what they think of the set standard operating procedures that have been put up by government for sport to resume. Remember, sport has been given the green light to restart, but then the set standard operating procedures a little bit wayward as for the fans, and they gave their opinions on this show. And then we had a special that is the Kcfc Soccer Academy, where we go to know how does the club recruit, who are the people that are in charge of the day-to-day running at the football club that is for the Soccer Academy, and what are the schools of excellence that Kcfc has a partnership with, and also the success stories of some of the past and current players of the Soccer Academy. Remember, you can play football and also have an education. That has been it for this show this week. Episode number 18 will even be hotter. My name is Magero Moses Mwanje. Have a good night.